Good morning. It's January 5th? Yeah, January 5th. And it's minus 5 degrees Celsius right now. Currently, inside the bus, it's minus 5 Celsius. Or 24 Fahrenheit. So today on the bus, cleanup. A big cleanup. Kinda messy in here. Since I have these drawers made, I'm gonna throw my construction materials into those drawers and onto that shelf. I might even put a little bit of plywood on that, throw stuff in there. So yeah. So I'm just gonna warm up the bus now, and then I guess I'll set you up somewhere inside so you can watch me clean. Joy! Okay, so stick around. Hopefully the cleanup won't take too long, and then I can work on other things. I'm not gonna say what. Every time I've mentioned it so far, I haven't been able to get around to working on it. So I'm not gonna say I'm working on something, because I've never been able to get to it yet. So stick around, let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get some more work done other than cleanup. It is 9 in the morning right now, so I should be able to get a little bit more work done. So, see you soon. Well, that's the back half of the bus cleaned. Relatively. I'll just sort this out a little bit. Then I have a lot of sorting out front to do. Stuff going back to the house, going back to the garage. Show you what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, this area is nice and clean now. All my fasteners and some tools in here. Gonna sort this out a little more. Electrical boxes and outlets. More electrical stuff. These are new signals for the outside of the bus. These are some lights for the inside. More outlets. So yeah, this looks nice and sorted out and clean. Got some tools down here. Then there's that. Yeah. I know what you're thinking too. Why did he go through all that cleaning when he said the other day he was going to use that as his chopping area? I don't know. It just needed to clean up, so I cleaned it up. So now I have to clean all this up. Oh joy. Okay, stick around and we'll continue on this. I'll just take the Big Buddy heater, these cardboard boxes, the fan. I'll get all of this stuff out of here off the camera so you don't see me running in and out of the bus. So yeah, stick around and we'll continue on. I've had a slight change of plan of what I'm going to do right now. I was going to clean up the front of the bus, but that's just on a temporary hold. Instead, I'm going to put wood on this flooring. I'll rip apart my mock-up temporary wall here, and this is actually going to change as well. Instead of using plywood and cutting them down to 3 7/8, 3.5 inch, or whatever it was I was going to do, I'm actually going to buy 1x4s instead. They're a little bit more expensive. Square footage wise, it'd be a little bit more expensive, but it'd be cheaper in the long run because if I get a company to cut up all the plywood, they would charge me for the cuts, and it would become more expensive to cut the plywood than it would be to buy the 1x4s. So, that being said, I'm going to rip apart my mock wall here. I have a couple extra pieces of the plywood strips right here, and I'll just put it down here. I gotta quit tilting you like that, man. Hope you guys aren't drunk when I'm doing that, getting you seasick. So, let's see how wide this thing is. There. 64 5/8. 64 will do. So with whatever full length pieces I have, I'll cut those to 64. I have a few pieces, I believe, I hope they're at normal 48s. And I hope this piece is at a 48. It's from there. A little bit more. Oh, I could still use it. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's only a temporary thing. Yes, I love doing temporary flooring, temporary walls. So, yeah, I'll just cut up the full pieces. And I'll get all the pieces ready. And then we'll install the floor together. Okay, give me a few minutes here, please. Thank you. Now we're going to start laying the temporary flooring. As you can see, I have my wood stacked here already. I had to lay it out first to make sure I had enough pieces, but I didn't. So I had to cut up another piece of plywood so I can put it at that end, then lay down my flooring. So this stack is set to go. I just have to put that in place, grab these, then start laying them down over there. So let's get at it. Also, you can see these extra pieces of lumber side by side. That's where the joints are. Unfortunately, my pieces didn't work out properly. So I'm just going to have to live with it. Have this like this. Extra piece of lumber for extra support. One thing I should state that I'm doing when I'm putting the screws in, I'm going on a slight angle and I'm starting from the top. Since I'm going on an angle and I just drill it in this way, it'll push the board into the next board. Not like that. Like that. That way it will keep all the joints really nice and tight.
Fits there, but doesn't fit over here.
Cricket, go figure. Give me a couple minutes to cut this, and then we'll install it. Okay, pieces cut.
Oh, don't you dare, don't you dare.
Oh, that is snug.
Oh, that is snug. Next, cleaning up the front. Actually, you would have already seen this because I'm going to have these out of order. Yeah, so there. One completed floor. What does that look like for you guys? Oh yeah, that looks nice. Perfect. Sure, there might be a few gaps, like this here, or that one there, or that one there, or that one there. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, temporary flooring. Ooh, I'm dark. Still dark. So that's it for the flooring section. Now we'll continue on with that. And change the battery, it looks like it's about to die. So stick around and we'll continue on. Well, the cleanup is mostly done. So I just have a little bit of lumber here to take care of. I have the garbage to take out. Might have to re-vacuum this area. Garbage to take out. It may look like garbage, but it isn't. It's lots of these things for when I go to make my wall. Ooh, that is bright. There we go. Some garbage to take out. I have an idea. How big is this lumber? Tape measure. "31 inches. "36 3/4. That is literally perfect. Again, as a temporary. My table that is set to be in the middle of this window is to be 24 inches wide by 36 inches deep. So I can actually keep this lumber and set it up for a table. Upside down. So 36 inches, that'll be, I can set up a temporary table. A temporary permanent table. Let's do that. yeah, I have extra pieces of lumber here that can make the legs. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Stick around and see what happens. So this is my dining area. From this plywood to the 2-foot mark is going to be a bench. From the 2-foot to the 4-foot is my table. Then 2 feet after that is another bench. Ooh, that is close. So from here to here is where my table is going to sit. So I want the middle of this.
Excuse me.
Difficult explaining something when you have a furnace blowing in the background. So this is exactly 23 7/8, so pretty close to 24. So center is going to sit right here. And that's my center mark. So we need 23 7/8. Cut this down to 23 7/8. what I'm doing is I'm measuring from the floor to the very top of the 2x2. Then that way, at 28 3/4 on the other side, I have 28 5/8 here, so 28 3/4. So I do 2 more pieces, 28 3/4, and I can put them anywhere in this area, and I'll have a relatively flat table. Oh, look at all these knots. I should have put this the other way. Not any better over there. So 2 pieces of 28 3/4. Measure. I am 7 inches away from that side and 2 3/4 from that side. Pencil. Oh yeah. And that is extremely solid. I like it. What time is... Where is my phone? There's my phone. 2:35. Okay, that's it for this episode. Have a good one and see you next time.